Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Evan with Fishing Life 101. Today we're going to be going at the spillway that we caught a few bass and crappie from. But today we're going to come back, we're going to try to use some live minnows. Try to see what we can catch with those. We've never used live bait here before. So most of the time, we've been fishing like right down there. And we're going to go there again too today, but I want to try up here where the water's a little more turbulence than water. I've seen people fishing up here in the springtime, but I've never really fished up here much. I've tried artificial, but I've never really had too much luck. So talking about specifically dropping minnows all along here. The rod that I'm going to be using for these minnows is the 6.5 foot Black Max rod that I have. The reason for this, not a lighter rod, is that I have heavier line on here. I have like 12 or 14 pound test, which is a lot more than the 6 pound test that I have on my other pole. What we have here is a little pink peg float on top, and about 16 inches lower than that is split shot, and then the hook below that, that's just number 6 bait holder hook. We'll see what happens. Hook the minnow just right up through the lower jaw. We'll just drop him right down. Try what happens if we put it right in here. I'm gonna try taking this pink float off for a little bit. I'm gonna try throwing a little minnow down with no bobber. I got one. What do we have here? Largemouth. There we go, first one, guys. Hold on, little buddy. Little guy. There you go, buddy. First one. I was just about ready to give up there at that spot for the time being. Go ahead and throw another little minnow down there, see what else we can do. There we go. Another one. Ah, came off. Yep, got something here. Nice bluegill. That's pretty good. If I can catch some more of these, I might try to use some of these as bait, just seeing if something's big down there to take something like this. It'd be kind of interesting, I think. Let him go. The next bait that I'm going to use today is this cotton cordell rattle trap. Rattles around nice to 1/2 ounce of weight. I wanted to show you guys one thing though before I start using this. I was just using an 1/8 ounce jig with a big jig body, and then I'm going to a 1/2 ounce bait right here. So you need to make sure that on a bait caster that your spool's set right. Your spool tensioner knob, which is right here. So how we're going to check that is we're going to push in on this lever, and you see how fast it falls. It's falling very quick, quicker than what I would like it. That's an easy way to get backlash. So what you're going to do here is you're going to turn it just a little bit, and then you're going to see it. Now it's falling a little bit slower. We're going to turn it just a little bit more. It doesn't take much to do this. If you're more of a beginner, that might be good. I'm gonna loosen up just a hair, right like that. So now we're set. Now I'm gonna try to throw the rattle trap in there and see what this does. Did I have one? Yep, got one. Threw it right along that edge there and ended up picking one off. Little bass. Ah, he got off in the water. Did you see that? Oh, the fighting little bass. We got a bass here. I got him right by shore. The camera ended up messing up, and I didn't get any of the action from here. I don't know what it was, the battery or something. There's bass number 2 today. Nice little bass. He actually got this one right off the shoreline. I caught him That was first fish I've caught on this rattle trap. There we go. That's something there. Bass. There we go. That's actually not too bad of size. There we go, guys. About 14, 15-inch bass or so. Let them go. Ah, there we go. Got another one. Another largemouth, I believe. No, man, what a crappie. That is a nice crappie. I mean, that's probably like a good 10, 11 inches out of here. I caught an 11-inch one the other day. We'll go ahead and let him go. If I knew I'd get more like that, I'd keep him. Thought that was a bass though. Okay, let him go. Yep. There we go. There we go. Another one right there. Pressure on him. What is he? Staying down. Oh, bass. Staying down quite a bit. That's another good sized bass. That is a healthy one, guys. There's one more quick look at him. I'll get a measurement whenever I get back to the truck. I left the scale and measuring tape in there. We'll go ahead and let him go though. He's ready to get back in. There he goes. I try to get it right along the edge there, but it's easy to get it a little too far and have it stuck up like that. I know it chafes the heck out of my line, but that's where all the bass and crappie and everything are, unfortunately. If you guys are going to be throwing like that and throwing against the concrete roll especially, you'll want to just check your leader momentarily to see if it's not, make sure it's not chafed too bad. Last thing you're going to want to do is have a big fish on there and then have them break you off. Ah, there we go. There's another one. A little bass. Not too bad, but not the size we had last time. You can tell he's been caught before. That wasn't where I caught him. That's where I caught him. So this little guy's been caught before. Go ahead and throw him back. He messed my jig up. I don't mind that if I'm catching fish. The baits that have been working today, really the best, have been these Kevin Van Dam Perfect Plastics. The swimming caffeine shad is what they are, to say, with coffee scent and salt. These are really probably made for like a worm hook and a Texas rig. But I kind of like just rigging them with a jig head like this. Kind of hard to push over that jig head, but it's doable. I've caught bass on about everything, minnows and everything, but this has worked the best. I've been doing just letting it hit the bottom and then popping it off the bottom maybe a couple times and then reeling it. Or I might jig it for a little bit, but I found that I'm getting them on the reel, but it seems like it's been helping whenever I've let it hit the bottom for a little bit. I have to get going here soon. There we go. I think that's another crappie. Yep. Oh, nice little crappie. Right there. There we go. A bass there. Yep. Not a good little fish. There we go. Toss him back. Hey everyone, I had a blast today. It is time to wrap it up though. We caught quite a few fish. I don't know how many largemouth, caught one nice crappie, and then we had some other ones on the line. A couple of them got off. So no big deal. We caught a bluegill, so that's actually our third species here. But by far the most popular species we caught has been largemouth bass. That's been any day that we've been here. So most of the time, the keys that I've found out to catching them here, and this might work at other spillways too, I've seen this on other videos too, is throwing right up against a wall. That's where I was having most of my luck, along with using something that imitated a shad. Since most of the fish are eating shad here, that's going to be one of their main food sources is gizzard shad. So you want to use something that kind of imitates that. And what I was doing with this one is I would let it hit the bottom, I'd pop it, let it hit the bottom, and then reel it. It's some combination of that, you know, try to pop it a few times. But I did find out that I had better success whenever I was hitting the bottom. Now that could be because other people have been here and they've tried other methods and that's a new method, or maybe it just looks more natural to fish. I'm not quite sure on which one it was. I have talked to individuals here about fishing the main lake, and they have said that soft plastic works better, which that's held true for down here. I had a rattle trap and that didn't do quite as good. That's why I ended up switching to the soft plastic. I tried a pink fluke too, and that didn't do as good either as this caffeine shad, but that could change too. That might just be today. Maybe they're gonna like pink better next week. So I'll probably come back to this one sometime in the future, although I'd like to find some more spillways to fish too. Spillways are a neat opportunity because they have such a high level of dissolved oxygen. Whenever the water is just rushing through like that, it's a lot of oxygen. There's a lot of food that comes through too, so you know there's going to be fish stacked up there. So even though if it gets heavier fishing pressure, they're likely to still fish there in most of your spillways. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. If you want to see more great content like this, be sure to check out other videos on my YouTube channel, Fishing Life 101. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time, guys.